Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Is anyone out there?
Another salesperson enduring the endless search. Exhausting. If you want to get right to the right conversations, you need LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Whether you're looking for new leads or strengthening existing relationships at your top accounts, get right to the right conversations with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Try LinkedIn Sales Navigator now with a free 60-day trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial.
Terms and conditions apply!
Hey everybody, this is Kelly Hansen from Foreigner, and you are listening to the Dr. Sky Experience on 77 WABC.
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dr. Sky Experience, heard exclusively here on 77 WABC. WABC heard in 173 countries, all 50 states, and I'm sure out to the cosmos. And today, ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about legends in the world of rock and roll, we are privileged and honored to welcome Kelly Hansen, longtime lead vocalist of the legendary rock band Foreigner. And we welcome him. Kelly, good to have you with us today. How are you?
Great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, it's amazing. After this announcement on NBC's The Voice, I'll let you tell exactly what the story is here. You've been with the band, for about 20 plus years, starting in 2005. Amazing stories to report here to our listeners that love the music of Foreigner. Who wouldn't? What's going on from that video we talked about here earlier on NBC's The Voice? What was the announcement?
Well, we performed live on The Voice on their finale, I think a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And I made the announcement that after 20 years of being the lead vocalist of this band, that this will be my final summer as the lead vocalist of Foreigner. The band is going to continue on. We looked within our ranks, and our rhythm guitar player, Luis Maldonado, is not only an unbelievably great guitarist, but he's an amazing singer. And he's going to take over lead vocal duties for this band after October or late October. And I've been in the business 50 years, and I've been in this band 20 years. And I said to myself, I want to do some other things while I still can,
Absolutely. Kelly, we enjoy your performances. We've been groupies ourselves, following you out here in Arizona and around the country. Obviously, a great band with a great history. But talking about Luis, this is interesting. He was best known as the guitarist for Train, and I didn't know this. His work with Lisa Marie Presley. Talk about that. That's incredible, too.
Well, you have to ask him about that. We haven't really talked about it that much because, listen, we're busy. We're busy on the road playing, rocking and rolling and doing that kind of thing. But, yeah, he has been with some really great artists, and as I said, he's an amazing musician.
Wow. Talk about the legacy of Mick Jones and Lou Gramm. Obviously, this is so incredible, folks, in the time we have today with Kelly Hansen. The band goes back a long time into the music world history. I mean, these two guys are great. Obviously, yourself. Talk a little bit about them as bringing this band to fruition in the earlier days.
Well, the band was always a mix of English and American, which made it a kind of a unique blend. And maybe you have to be really into music to understand the differences between a English rock band and American rock band, but the fusion of those two things made this band very unique. And right from the beginning, the level and quality of the writing, composition, arranging, and recording was always a very high standard. And Mick especially always had a very high standard, and Lou really performed brilliantly on those songs, on those recordings. And it was at a very transitional time in music, and Foreigner was one of the first bands to sell multi-million albums, physical, pieces of records. And now everything is streaming, and no one actually owns the music anymore. But back then they were selling millions and millions of vinyl, and that was quite an accomplishment. And that put in motion a catalog and a history that's permeated the ethos and the atmosphere of everybody around the world, and we have been so fortunate to be part of this legacy and playing these songs for all these years.
Well said, Kelly. I'm holding in my hand something that you know so much about, and I'm going to treasure this for a long time. Love the music and everything about Foreigner, of course. It's with the 21st Century Symphony Orchestra and Chorus, as you can better describe it, not only an audio CD, but a DVD. And this, believe me, folks, if you haven't seen that, I think that's amazing. Kelly, that's so incredible with the choir in the background. Talk a little bit about that, because that really, in my opinion, says so much about the historical side of this band, bringing on DVD and also audio into this compilation. I found it fascinating.
Yeah, it was really quite a very heavy experience to not only, first of all, we were going to play with an orchestra, a 60-piece orchestra and a 50-voice choir. There's months of work to be done just figuring out the arrangements, because you're not just going to play the same thing that the band is. You have to play accentuating complementary parts the orchestra does to what the band already plays, which for us as a band, we're so used to playing these songs electronically in a live rock setting with, smoke and lights and all that kind of stuff. But to have an orchestra behind you and all those voices, the powerful voices singing behind you, it's an unbelievably awesome addition and experience for us, because we've never heard the songs that way. And it was quite amazing to be a part of it. It was complicated, it was difficult, but it was so satisfying. And particularly, I suggest you listen to Jukebox Hero this is 2017 in Lucerne, but listen to those background vocals, the choir in Jukebox Hero. It's really striking to me.
Well, people need to get a copy of this for sure, as the history of Foreigner continues. You're listening, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dr. Sky Experience, where on Talk Radio 77 WABC, as we like to say, heard in 173 countries, all 50 states. And I'm sure Kelly would agree, as we talk about objects that are above the earth, we keep our feet on the ground talking with celebrity guests. And none other than today is longtime lead vocalist of the legendary rock band Foreigner, Kelly Hansen, being with us today, and we appreciate his time. Talk a little bit more about this summer 2025 tour, near and dear to your heart, as you pass the baton on to the next generation of Foreigner. This sounds exciting.
Or pass the mic, if you will. And,
there you go.
And I do want to clarify for anyone who's confused, I will be lead singing this band this summer all the way into October. My final run with the band. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be celebratory. It's going to be wild. I know there's going to be some surprises, and for me, it's going to be a big deal. And I'm really looking forward to just grabbing and soaking up as much pleasure and enjoyment out of this run with the band that I can. And I want everyone to go to Ticketmaster.com or Foreigner Online to find out where the shows are near you this summer, because it's going to be really special. And it's my chance to say thank you to everybody for all the support they've given to me all these 20 years in this band.
Well, as Kelly says it better, passing the microphone on to the next generation of listeners for this amazing, iconic rock band. And Kelly, just to let you know, as you know, the schedule, we'll be here in Arizona on June 14th at the Talking Stick Resort. Poolside, we'll be there. We wouldn't miss it for anything. And then for all of our New York listeners, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Go to foreigneronline.com. But how about this? This is a special treat, I'm sure. You can describe it better. September 5th, a special concert. Lou Graham, Tillis Center for the Performing Arts. That's going to be an amazing night for sure, bringing back and reminiscing with the amazing power of this band, Foreigner. That's going to be an amazing event, right, Kelly? That's awesome. I see that on the schedule. But before I go to that, I just want to also say that we're going to be in Tucson on the 15th of June at the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall. So, but anytime we have any original band members come and sit in with us, it's always great. They're great guys. We get along so well. We can share so many stories. We're all part of this singular legacy, and it's a joy to be around these guys and
we laugh and we ask them questions like, what guitar did you use on this song, or how did this happen? Because, over the years with Mick Jones, the leader and founder of the band, I've heard a million stories, a million crazy stories. And I have a million crazy stories on my own, but it's been a wonderful experience anytime we have any of those guys. And Lou is such an amazing voice and such an amazing guy. I always love sharing stage with him.
At Capella University, you can learn at your own pace with our FlexPath learning format. Take 1 or 2 courses at a time and complete as many as you can in a 12-week billing session. With FlexPath, you can finish the bachelor's degree you started in 19 months and under $19,000. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu. Fastest 25% of students. Cost varies by pace, transfer credits, and other factors. Fees apply.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. I hope you're ready for the most dippable chicken in McDonald's history. Dip it in all the sauces. Dip it in that hot sauce in your bag. Dip it in your McFlurry. Your dip is your business. McCrispy strips at McDonald's.
Switch to Verizon Business and get more from your internet without paying more for your internet. Get LTE Business Internet starting at $39 a month when paired with select business mobile plans. That's unlimited data, and with it, unlimited possibilities. Start saving today with Verizon Business, ranked #1 in small business internet customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Starting price for 25 megabits per second LTE internet plan with smartphone plan savings, plus taxes, fees, and economic adjustment charge. Terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Well, in case people don't know, you know it best. Foreigner was also inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back on October the 19th. This, a very, very true and well-deserved honor for this iconic 50-year career. And this particular band, we could go through a long litany of songs, but you know it better. Analysis of classic rock radio's top 10, 15 artists by airplay and sales. Of course, Foreigner comes in the top 10. And, of course, in the Nielsen catalog, popping in at number 4, an incredible legacy to the great rock and roll geniuses and Kelly Hansen of the band Foreigner. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. For more information, foreigneronline.com. And Kelly, we go out with one of the most iconic songs in my mind. I want to know what love is, done very well by you and everybody else. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Gotta take a little time to think things over. I better read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. Mountain I must climb feels like the world upon my shoulder. Through the clouds I see love shine. It keeps me warm as life grows colder. In my life there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can
Thank you very much, Kelly Hansen. Obviously, talking about great stories in music, the band, the iconic rock and roll band, Foreigner, as he moves on to the Summer 2025 tour, passing the microphone on. But ladies and gentlemen, don't miss this tour. And we do appreciate it. Once again, go to their website to learn so much more about where the concerts are. And it's at foreigneronline.com. Kelly, stay with us as we go to the break at the bottom of the hour. We appreciate your time. Godspeed to you as one of the legends in rock and roll music. Thank you, Kelly Hansen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But DC politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.